It looks like we are going to start with a call. Interesting.
Right.
Hello.
Hi, Ramji. This is Mikhail Earhart over at Vertata Security. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Can we talk a few minutes later? I'm in a call.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
Thanks. Hello and welcome to Experiment Lab, the daily show with JK. I'm JK, your host. I'm joined by my co-host, Walter. Walter, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you today?
I am good as well. So it's kind of a mid-week and we had like so much planned before the end of the year. And also on this daily show, we have been breaking the barriers and exposing the different kinds of, I don't know how to put that right. So let's not take it as a crime, because the minute like we talk and show those things, YouTube limits us from promoting our channel. And I just wanted like to show that to the audience as well before we jump into today's talk. So that's what is happening here. And Amar as well, our team is working on the back and he has joined. Hi, Amar.
Yeah, hi JK, hi Walter.
Yeah, hello.
So what are we going to do today, Walter?
Sounds like you're going to answer a call.
Yeah, that's about it. Let's go with that. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Manisa. This side Harry from eSolution. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. Thanks for asking. Sir, you might have got an email from CAI regarding the PGV process.
Oh, okay.
Could you please check your inbox?
Yeah, let me check and I'll get back to you. Is that like something you want
Yeah, sure.
to be completed?
Yeah, there would be some form that form has to be completed. It's for the background check part. So.
Okay.
And sir, any update on this subject, the paperwork part?
Should be getting it by today or tomorrow. I forwarded it to the company, right? It has to come from the company, right? The director has to sign.
Okay.
So I'm just following up and I'll keep you posted. It'll be done by.
Sure, sir. Okay. By today or by tomorrow? Right?
Yes.
Okay. And so please fill this form, BGV form as well, so that we can just move further.
Sure, I'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye.
That was Harry Potter. Just joking. So as we all know that like we have been doing projects and we got another offer, 2 offers, right? So one with the another client that I'm not sure which client is. Maybe I have to dig into it. And once again, Walter, to explain to you, right? So the candidate, right? He's the candidate. He has to do the background, right? till then we can't do anything, right? Nobody can join the project. So this is what a formal way of doing things happens, right? So what we do in the back channel, it doesn't matter. Many people don't know that, like how it works. But in spite of it, like the recruiters jump the gun and ask all those details beforehand.
Right.
But even if having that has no impact, right? After you offer, got selected, they provide a background check, and you have to go through it, legally sign this and complete all those things and retrieve that. We can talk about this as well. But before that, like I just wanted to add few more things, that interesting thing that happened. Yesterday, I had a conversation after the show ended. We all know that like that is going to happen again and again for you. You also might be experiencing that. So this girl, like she mentioned it, right? As discussed on the phone, she wants to present to their business partner for the project manager role, but she wants a request saying that like represent her and the company In Time Infotech as your employer. So let's talk about that, right? So you are outright telling me to lie, right? So then how can you expect me to be honest?
I mean, I jokingly, I would probably ask, well, can you give me some money first since you're my new employer? I mean,
probably you can ask that, Walter. So that is something like you are going to make this show as a comedy show, and we can make it popular, right? I'm fond of Trevor Noah. That's why I like named it even, and he has quit the show, The Daily Show. So something that you can fill that.
I mean, that's just so. I mean, like, yeah, I had a instance with a call where someone was asking me to add 3 things to the resume that honestly made no sense in thorough, so they could try to get me in an interview and get hired so they can get their money. It was just like, that's just random and has nothing to do with anything we're talking about with this position. And you blatantly just asked me to add them in for no reason. I'm just like, okay, no thanks. But yeah, I mean, there are some weird things that seems to be happening. For one, the one thing that is odd that I've not seen anywhere else is the calling without any kind of notice or letting you know or asking what time you'd be available. That's a little bit obnoxious. I'm not gonna lie about that part. That makes me automatically not want to talk to you about anything, because if technically most people who are searching for a job are going to submit their resume in a lot of different places, no matter like what salary range they're in. They're going to submit their role in a lot of different places. So when you call, they're not going to have any idea which client you're representing or what's going on, and you're just randomly calling instead of like asking. And it's just, and here you go, there's another one. I can hear in the background, so you can go ahead and take that one.
Yes. Hello.
Hi, Nate. Chandra Kumar from Akara. Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing fine. Thanks for asking. Well, the reason why I called because I was waiting for your acknowledgement on the RTR email. Just wanted to confirm, did you receive it?
Yes, I did. Give me some time. I'm going to respond.
Sure. I'll be waiting. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So Amar, I took the call for Nate as well.
Yeah, I already have confirmed the RTR.
So you already had confirmed, just like Walter was saying that, right? So I was going to ask Amar, can you respond to it? What was your experience? Walter, this is what we learned. Some of them, right, they won't even call you, or they won't even email you. By default, they will send you a email, and then they will send you a rate confirmation, and they will confirm that like you have already confirmed it. They will jump the gun to so much extent. It looks like the recruiters are in a pressure, like they have a target goal. So every day they just have to submit like 10 candidates or talk to 20 candidates over the phone. That is why like they do this like cold calling kind of thing. Even by looking into the job board or LinkedIn, anywhere else, right? Source your resume. If they find the number, they immediately call you. So you will be surprised, like, what? I didn't apply for any of the job. How did they come to know this? And why are they calling me, right? So all these questions comes up. And you can see like a lot of suspected spam, right? Many people mark those calls as spam. That's why like it's hard for them to get through and reach out to real candidates itself. Because nowadays with the technology, all the calls are being screened, and if it is marked by many people as spam, it will show as like spam call is coming in.
Right.
We cannot go by that standard also. The reason is like if we try to do it, like if we are a real job seeker and we are desperate to get a job, you will be missing these calls. So that is where like you just have to be very open to it. Any calls you have, but that endangers, right? And it will also frustrates us and annoys us by various spam callers. Most of the time, even during our experiment, we will be expecting, okay, I'll be getting some good number of calls today. See, here we go. It is happening. We are getting good number of calls. Hello. Yes, this is really a spammer. He doesn't want to talk.
I mean, that's the thing, though. That again, I guess everything so far comes back to efficiency, and this seems to be the most inefficient possible way to talk to someone that you want their resume to submit, because you're just going to end up annoying them. And like, it's not that hard to ask to send an email. When is a good time to call you so we can talk? Rather than I'm going to call you when you perhaps might be in the middle of a meeting, in the middle of driving, in the middle of doing your job, like anything else that wouldn't be a convenient time, and you're just going to randomly call a good, like I had someone call like a good minute after I sent them the email. I was like, could you relax a bit? Like, what are you doing? I just sent you the email. Like, typically when someone's sending an email, it means they can't typically talk because they're sending you an email, or they would call. I mean, that's kind of how that works sometimes. And it's just, I don't know, it's just very odd to me that their approach is to just mob you and hope that something comes through. It's like throwing enough things to the wall and hope one sticks. And I guess if the one sticks, you don't care that you annoyed everyone else.
Exactly, right? So Walter, right? No offense. This is a cultural thing, right? So that is the difference between like people who are in offshore and also don't have the exposure with the American culture or dealt with the Americans. They have this problem because they don't understand, right? You can see like some of them, they will leave a blank voicemail. They will not talk because they just expect like somebody to answer, and also they will not even be, they are polite. I won't be rude, like I don't have to be mean to them. They all are freshers and even experienced people. Sometimes they are frustrated with their job, so they just want what they have to get from us. So they don't know like what we are going through here, right? So even if it's an American or anybody else, right, you are in a stressed out position when you are seeking a job, and they cannot empathize or in a compassionate way like talk to us and understand, right? As you mentioned, right, if you are responding to an email, just wait for it. Or even when you talk and when we say like we are busy, still they will not hang up. They will just keep on annoying, like asking the questions, right? Share me this, share me that, send me this. Like it will take only 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I most of the time I get burnt out. I will say like, dude, what are you doing? Like I just picked up the call during my meeting and I'm just answering you, like not to bother me. Keep on, even if I put it in silent mode, like it will be buzzing all the time, right? I don't want that to happen, to be a distraction. So just wait, I will respond, but they will not listen. For them, it is their job that is the most priority for them. So that's why like they do this. But sometimes it works in our favor, our job seekers' favor, just like even Amar mentioned right now. So he didn't speak to this guy. He did not speak to him. Is that right, Amar? He right away sent a rate confirmation.
Right.
So that,
You're right.
that's the most ironic thing, right? So you didn't even speak to the person and you want them like to respond to the email saying that like you have the right to represent my profile. How does that work? What is the logic in even doing by that?
Yeah, some guy was the guy I talked to this morning was hassling me about answering his email while he was on the phone with me, and I'm like, if you would get off the phone with me, in theory, that would give me more time to answer your email, wouldn't it? So can you go away? It only take you 2 minutes. It only take 2 minutes to do is like, oh, go away. I'm like, I don't know why you think that's a good idea to hassle someone that you want them to do something about an email when you're on the phone with them. It's like, do you want me to read it off to you as I do it? Like, what, I mean, what else do you want? I'm not like, you want a screenshot that I'm filling it out and send that to you in the email? Like, I mean, it is a bit different with their approach and like how fast they try to talk and how they try to get everything in and get you to answer everything in a good 2 minutes. I'm like, calm down. Like you want me to submit through you, so you get paid too. So you should be very accommodating, not hassling me.
So to your point, right? So that is exactly what is happening when you started mentioning that, right? So how do I handle that, right? So for example, now they have gone to a mission-oriented approach, right? So they are using AI bots and other things, and even screening candidates. That's the reason these recruiters ask us to do these things. They just scan through the resume for the specific words, and that is the reason they want, if there any inside person in the recruitment, in the interview panel is there, they just pass on this information to these companies saying that, okay, submit the resumes with these kind of words, keywords in the resume. If it is not, ask them to modify and update that. That is the reason they are requesting you to modify the resume. But why, for our experiment, we don't take that up as it's kind of an overhead for us, like to keep on changing our resume for every other request.
Yeah,
So
that's so odd. This is add these words in. I'm like, why would I do? Like, what?
The logic, right? So here, the logic is for us to get the interview. So they also don't have control. So only thing is like they can pass on the resume, but you have to be shortlisted by the hiring manager. So to ensure that like they are trying to help us out by revealing those things, right? So if it is not in your resume, put those things and say those things in the interview that you have that experience and you have worked in that. That way you are able to get the job. So that is the motive. They have good intention. That is not wrong. But for us to keep on modifying it, like let's say, like for example, they are asking to include some cloud infrastructure, the latest technology experiences you have in the project management, and some tools that they have the client is using, right? So do you, even if you don't have, mention those things. This is what they do it.
Yeah,
That is how
I got asked that on my second call about cloud. I was like, do you have cloud experience? I was like, I said yes, because I mean, I do have some cloud experience and familiar with what it is and how it operates. So I was like, yes. And he was like, good. I was like, and he didn't ask me to put it in the resume, but he just asked if I had any cloud experience.
Yeah, that is the whole thing, right? The problem here with the industry is like outright, you have to lie about everything. Even though you don't have any experience, you just have to say, you have to be a yes man. Yes, I do have. Yes, I do have. If you are willing to come in person, yes. Hybrid, yes. W2, C2C, anything, yes. Get me a job. That's it. And that's why we started playing, we came up with this creative solution, right? Amar and all the other team members were saying like, oh man, this is too much. Like we can't be modifying the resume every time they ask for it. So we decided, okay, let's not do that. So let's have a Word file and ask the recruiters, I'm busy, I'll share the Word format, you make the modification and submit it and share the updated one to me as well. I'll keep a copy. And some of them, they agree, right? They say like, okay, we will do that. And they will make that bulleted points with whatever needed. And they will give an update saying, I've updated this resume, confirm if this is fine. And we won't even look at it, right? We'll say like, okay, fine. Yeah, that's it.
I guess I need to update my resumes and just start throwing stuff in. And I guess that I never even did. I walked on the moon. I guess that might, I guess they won't question that.
Yes, certainly. You are right now on the, so
Okay.
no doubt about it.
Oh my God, Simon, go away.
JK, I want to share something now. I already confirmed a RTR for net profile, and you received a call regarding this position. Okay, Power, you received a phone call. So I am sharing the screen. So I confirmed the RTR that was for 65. See here. So yeah, that was for 65 on W2. I confirmed that one. So now I received another mail from the same person, and see here, now he is offering 60.
Okay, so probably
Well, was it on a CTC before? Because I've heard a couple of times they offer you less on the W2 because they have to do all the tax stuff, and it's like whatever.
yeah, that is there, right? Again, right? Maybe two reasons may be there. I just noticed it quickly at a glance, right? Amar, double check again. Maybe he didn't like my voice because you spoke to him before, and I also now spoke to him. So he might have identified the voice is like different, so let me reduce the price. I'm joking. That's not the case. It was 65 before on W2 and also 60 on W2, but it was a different client. He mentioned two different clients. Just check that. It might be for J&J, Johnson & Johnson, I believe, and the other one will be for a different one, if I'm not wrong.
All right, yeah, check me. Let me check again. Yeah, this one is Johnson & Johnson. Oh, you're right, yes. So without any discussion, they are offering the same person. Senior Scrum Master, that is, and
yeah, so I see that is the oversight, right? So we always have this, right? Once we start doing it and doing it for a long time and more emails are coming in, it skips. And he clearly mentions it like in the client, it is for Charter Communication and J&J. So J&J, right? So they might have two different positions in two different clients. So they just want to submit as many candidates for as many clients so that you get a job for him to get paid. That is the logic. That is the reason like why he keeps sending it again and again.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's the whole story about, and just to end on a funny note, right? So Walter, this is again, we talked about it in yesterday's show. This dude like was going to talk to his team lead and also get back to us on the H1B transfer process, but he hasn't done so far. It's been 24 hours. So that's a funny thing, and it will happen. And on the onboarding process for the TCS for PNC Bank, the background is still going on, and they keep on asking us to share more information about the profile, and all the details, right? So your I-9 and various other things. So that is happening on the background. So the fun part is like your LinkedIn profile. So how even LinkedIn and other social media is enabling these kind of frauds to continue to happen. So the minute anyone who makes a fake profile also, they offer this premium. For paying the premium, you can upgrade, have a free trial, build your network, and get jobs. So without even validating it, right? So that's a hard part. And also the recruiters, right? So why they always look for people who have these social media presence, I still don't get it. They just sent an email, they called you, they left a voicemail. In spite of all those things, they are trying to connect through the LinkedIn as well. And you can see like clearly that like she is also lying, saying that like she is in United States. And I will talk to her now.
Does she has a
because-
Ferrari? I don't think so. I think that's a Ferrari.
She has a Ferrari, and she has been working in this company for 5 years. Oh my goodness.
So
Let's see.
why don't you just send an email and not be obnoxious? Like, I don't understand the the logic to how they do it.
Yeah, let me have a, because she just did sent an email saying that like she wants to talk. The same email, just like you also got that. And we are coming to the end of this show. Before we wrap it up, do we have anything that you want to share, Walter?
Not really. I guess after this, I will be taking part of an interview that will be posted later, I believe, on the Stop Now channel. So look out for that, for some Courage for Freedom. And that should be very interesting, based out of Canada. So be a good talk to have, and look out for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is there, right? So we have all the other thing that is going on here. So we might be going to that, jump onto that call after this show. So meanwhile, let's play out some interesting thing for the members. I just wanted like to share this for a long time, how the recruitment process works. So how the screening process works. So all that, like I just want to show to our audience as well. The reason that is quite amazing for me to play those. Yeah, that's sucks if I'm not able to play it.
Hi, Manny. How are you? That's great. Just give me a sec. Can I take a screenshot and we can keep it here in the chat of the meeting?
Sure. Yeah. You guys are going to be on video as well, or it's just me?
Not myself. I'm not gonna stay throughout the rest of the session. Only Kunal and Vishnu.
He wants to take a screenshot of the ID card. So is it done or?
Yeah, I can provide you the copy itself, right? I'm surprised.
Just show it to in the video. You can take a screenshot. Yeah, that's what we do.
This is a little bit awkward for me. I mean, like, what is the purpose of it? don't you guys think this is illegal? Like it might lead to legal complications.
Don't mean to do it well for you.
I mean, I'm generally asking with the general knowledge, right? People can discriminate, and it's just an initial screening. We are doing it, right? It's not even an end client interview.
You want to be sure that you are the right candidate, right? So that's what the ID card is checked. So that we know the person who's giving the interview is the right candidate.
So I'm still puzzled, right? What does that mean, right? Somebody else is giving interview for other person. Is that what you're saying?
It can happen, right? You know, it can happen. No, not that it can happen. It has happened. That's why we put this check money.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm surprised.
And yeah, it's not only Intel is doing it. Many companies do it. And so it's a very, very normal process.
All right.
Hey, Alex, if we are done, we can start. Alex, are you done?
Yeah, it's okay. We can move on.
Yeah, let's Kunal, go ahead. Okay. Okay, sure. Okay. So Mani, before we start, let me quickly give an introduction.
Okay, this is the fun part. We can discuss about this on tomorrow's call, Walter. So as I mentioned, even for the screening calls, they just don't want to come on video, but they want us like to show our face and take a screenshot, and you can see like they were recording it at their end. So all violations are happening here. And that I just wanted like to upload that full length interview, what happened. And that was the recorded conversation that is going to be available for our members only. So please subscribe to our channel, become a member so that we can share some exclusive mind-blowing content in those things. That's all I have for today. Bye for now.